All right. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Live, baby, live. I just saw that second. So, and don't worry, I'll play the bed pretty soon. Right now, we're just chilling, maxing, relaxing. So, got the crew on hand.
What's up?
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
What's up, y'all?
Sure. So, should I
have
treat
an
them?
announcement.
Hold on. Let's treat them to a little.
announcement is-
Let's treat them to a little something real quick. Hold on. Hold off on the announcement.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. Go ahead.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Yeah. Now, if I could be honest here, I caught absolutely nothing of what she said.
Serious?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. Serious. Why, y'all guys caught
Do
it?
you mean you didn't hear what she said, or you didn't understand it?
Like I said, I didn't catch anything of what she said. I heard her. I just ain't understand what she said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't quite. It was a. Yeah.
It was basically she was saying that it's better to. I'm sorry, it's not better to be alone in a group
Oh.
than to have pure solitude.
Well, all I heard was, Como talibou, je m'appelle, et whatever the name.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Je m'appelle, et c'est toi. Le planche à voile. Toi avec le vêtement. Oh, let me stop.
And we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We've been live. Making fools out of ourselves from the get-go. Anyway, folks, this is Sports Vista. I'm Baby Moy. She's Star Fox. He's Ness. So, we are here. Live and charged. Ready to go. Hope you guys are geared up for the weekend. I know I am.
Yes.
Speaking of the
Me
weekend,
too.
we
Me too.
have a podcast coming your way tomorrow. You don't want to miss this one. Believe me, y'all don't want to miss this one. But Crystal had an announcement, so let's hear this.
Go ahead.
I'm drinking a milkshake. It's strawberry. Shout out to Sonic for making my milkshake. Woo woo.
That was your
That's my
announcement.
Yep, it was.
That's what you're wasting my time with.
That's what you got us all geared up for, huh?
Because you wasted our time when you said you were drinking water. So I figured I'd waste your time. Payback.
That's not a waste of time. I mean, considering how sexy my lips are, and all I'm
Oh,
saying.
Jesus.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Yeah. We good? We all right?
He's seeing something.
Yeah, we good.
Sweet.
We good. So yeah, considering how sexy my lips are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's important. Because, anything that I touch turns into instant gold.
Blah, 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 blah.
And y'all know, ladies, half that story
Blah, blah, blah.
has never been told. Ooh la la. Don't this beat make you feel ooh la la? You know?
Yeah.
Hell, I'm gonna take off my clothes right now.
Well, you can't do that on the air, sir.
Oh.
No, sir, you can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us this afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. Could be evening, too.
Or evening.
Maybe you're in some other part of the world. Either way, we want to thank you guys. And listen, you want to follow us? Please, hit that bell. That way, y'all always informed into what we're doing here at ENT Hooligans. And also, if you want to follow us on social media, the description down below has them links to Facebook and Twitter. And if you want more content, if there's more that we can do, let us know. If you want less of something, let us know. Why? Because it's the only way that we progress and get better. For who? For you. Why? Because we are the entertainment hub. For who? For all.
For all. That's right.
With that said, I pass the mic
Yes.
to either one of my two colleagues. So take it away, whoever.
All right. As my colleague here said, welcome to Sports Vista. Today, we're covering all the wheelings and dealings of the NFL offseason. And
We'll get into a little
Little
fight
bit of
game
Ronda
as
Rousey.
usual. Yeah, we're
little fight game as usual.
Going to be talking Ronda Rousey, and we're also
Yeah.
going to be talking about something that, oh boy, listen, I by no means am I entertained by this, but I know there's a lot of you guys out there who love Money Mayweather or hate him, and there's a lot of you guys out there who love Phil Brooks or hate him. Put two and two together, y'all. We'll come back to that. But first things first,
We'll come back to that.
we're going to take it down to the gridiron. That's right, baby. 300 feet.
Woo-wee! That's right.
And boy, I mean, you know, it's funny because a couple years back, was it maybe 2 years ago, I says, man, this offseason has been crazy. Boy, was it ever.
3 years ago.
3 years
Yeah,
ago.
3
Thank
years
you.
ago.
Boy, was that crazy. But we look at this now.
It was.
We look at this now.
You know,
But this isn't
You know,
crazy.
it's-
This
it's
isn't
been
crazy in a sense of, oh my God. No. It's crazy, say for instance, when we think about teams like the 49ers, the Los Angeles, the Rams.
the Rams. Especially the Rams. Man. Phew.
You want to talk about an acquisition?
Before we talk about the acquisitions, let's start off by pointing out that the offseason officially started on the 14th.
Now
of
the
this
key
month.
word here, guys, he said officially, right?
But as we all know, there's always talks beforehand
Uh-huh.
about deals being made.
Oh boy.
Of course. And deals were made. The Rams, as we just mentioned. Marcus Peters from the Chiefs. Akeem Talib from the Broncos.
Yup.
Adamakin Sue. Now there's even talks of them being interested in Odell Beckham Jr.
Not only that, you know, these trades. You know, I ask myself one question, and I'm looking at you, Seattle. Listen, man, Russell Wilson. Yeah, look, I look at what he's done, especially the tail end of 2000 and what was it, 16. Look what he did all throughout 17. You know, he is stud. He is stud. But what's a stud without help around him? He could but only do so much. And right now, as we speak, boy, oh boy, them Hawks.
They're on a downward spiral right now. I mean,
Big time. And
they used to
look
be-
at the Rams though.
You know, they were the
Look at the
they were
Rams
the-
and look at the
the
Niners.
Seahawks.
And they coming.
The Seahawks were the beast of the NFC West. Now They have collapsed. They've fallen apart. They're rebuilding. Michael Bennett is gone.
Yep.
Richard Sherman, gone. Cliff Abel, gone. Ken Chancellor, gone.
And those are big losses, folks.
And as my
Big
colleague
losses.
just said, look at the Rams. The Rams are, boy, they're coming.
And
49ers are on the rise.
And the Niners, yeah. I mean, just look at the talent
They're on
of
the
this
rise.
past season, folks. Enough said.
They're coming. Yeah.
Oh, but the record says, look at what they did at the tail end of their season.
Yeah.
If that's an indication of who this team is morphing into, watch it.
Watch out. Watch out.
You know, it's crazy to me how a lot of the competition still lies within the NFC. We got the Rams, like we said. We got the Niners. We got the Eagles. We got Dallas, who's always, in talks.
Wait a minute. Wait, that's the Super Bowl champion, Eagles. Well, let's talk about before we talk about the up and comers. You have the 49ers; they're up and coming. You have the Rams, a young squad coming. Vikings, the Saints, the Panthers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Saints. Yeah. Now,
The Buccaneers are coming. The NFC is loaded. Loaded.
Now you said the Panthers, though. How in are the Panthers, though? I mean, and I ask that giving their consistency or inconsistency.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing about the Panthers. In spite of their inconsistency, they're always in it.
It's a good point. I mean, at least in terms of contention, in
Yes,
getting
contendership,
past
yeah.
and going postseason, yes. Boy, oh my lord, these ooh la la beats.
The NFC is loaded, man. It is loaded.
Absolute. I mean, AFC. I'm looking at
Not
y'all.
so much. AFC, not
I'm looking at
not
y'all,
so much,
and
yeah.
y'all just. I know y'all like the dead woods or something, I don't know.
Yeah. Aside from the Steelers and maybe the Ravens
And maybe the Patriots.
and maybe the Patriots.
You heard what I said.
This is the first.
I said maybe.
This was the first.
You heard what I said.
This past season was the first time I was even remotely concerned about the Patriots not winning.
That's because you was going for the Eagles anyway. Don't listen to him, y'all. Don't listen to him. He don't know what he talking about. Anyway, don't listen to him. Yeah.
That was part of it, but that wasn't the only reason I was.
Yeah. Get out of here, you winger. Yeah.
It's champion, okay?
All
Okay,
right.
kiss the ring, okay? Kiss the ring.
Get your feather ass out of here. Get out of here.
That's right. Bow down and kiss the ring with your self-proclaimed sexy lips. Huh?
Anyway,
Wow.
my lips ain't meant to be kissing charcoal. Yeah, how that?
It's gold, man. It's
No,
diamonds,
no, it's not.
Okay? Here, diamonds.
They made that copper. All right. It's fake. All right.
Yeah.
Fake.
But oh my gosh.
But the turmoil, the inner turmoil in New England is what really made me, what concerned me about them.
What becomes of the future of Belichick, you think?
It's a good question. Wow, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think he's going to walk away.
I think he's tired.
This year or
if you
next year.
if you want my honest opinion, I think he's tired of all this. And don't misquote what I said. When I say tired of this, I don't mean football. I don't mean coaching. I mean,
Just tired of
look at how
dealing with the prima donna that
at
is
how-
Tom Brady.
yeah, and how shady he has a tendency of being too.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay, so
I
I
mean,
have
let's-
a question for you then, Mo.
Go ahead.
And my question is this. Ness said that Tom Brady is a prima donna, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Is he? What do you think?
absolutely. I mean, listen, just because I'm a fan of his doesn't mean that I'm going to be blinded towards some of the things he does or says. He is. You know, he carries himself such to the point where he comes across as nice boy, pretty boy, you know, all for the sake of PR.
Yeah, with his avocado ice cream and his sleeping pajamas
His what?
and all this other
And
crap.
has always say the right things at the right time and don't say this in front of the cameras and, you know, again, all for PR. You know, public relations, man, it's that's it.
But he had a
sure,
panic attack when he cut his finger during practice before the AFC Championship game.
But what did Belichick
Are
say?
you serious?
What did Belichick say in regards to that?
Belichick said, and I quote, "It wasn't open heart surgery." This was.
Oh my god. He
Another,
had a panic attack?
in other words, play it please. You know.
Yeah. When
had
this happened, when he cut it. When I say panic attack, I don't mean like an anxiety attack. I'm not making making a mockery
Oh,
of that.
that's what I. Oh, okay. That's what I thought you meant. Okay.
No, but he was
No, I mean,
tripping though. He was kind of tripping.
He was tripping, basically.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. When he cut his finger
Okay,
in
what happened?
practice, Mr. Robert Kraft, the owner.
He's the owner of the
He was having
Patriots.
dinner somewhere. Owner of the
Okay.
Patriots was having dinner somewhere in Los Angeles or whatever. After this happened, Tom Brady FaceTimed him, telling
Yep.
him what happened,
Yep.
and Robert Kraft hopped on his private jet and
Yep.
flew over there
Yep.
to kiss his boo boo.
Yeah.
No, that.
And basically
What? No.
language, and basically.
Okay, sorry.
And basically see this relationship, you know, being in cahoots with each other, Brady and Bob over there.
Kraft. Yeah.
It's basically driven something to stir up Belichick. Belichick can't take it anymore. Belichick is tired. And rightfully so. I
Two
mean,
final straws. Two final straws that finally drove Belichick over the edge. One was Brady's life coach and guru, Alex Guerrero. And the second thing was
yeah.
Bob Kraft demanding that he trade away Jimmy G.
Yep.
Because Belichick was grooming Garoppolo to
No,
take,
they were.
to
Garoppolo
take
was gonna
over.
be. Yeah, I was just
He was
about
going to be
to
the
say.
future.
I was gonna
He
say.
was going to be the heir apparent.
Yeah.
That was the chosen one. He was
He
chosen,
was gonna be.
he was being
He was
groomed
gonna
to
be the
heir apparent.
successor, pretty much.
Yes.
Of Belichick, right?
No,
The
of
successor
Brady.
of Brady. He was going to be Brady's successor.
Okay.
Belichick had already groomed him to be the successor to Brady.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah, he was working him, man, and you know, interesting to me is this concept of a Patriots team without Belichick. Now, I'm not discrediting in all that we've said right now in terms of Tom Brady. I'm not discrediting what he's done. I'm not discrediting anything in terms of his skill set. However, I've said it before. To me, the MVP of that Patriots team is Belichick.
Brady wouldn't
You
have
could
been
get
as
you could give
successful
Belichick a
without
straw
Belichick.
hat and he'll make it score touchdowns. Just saying.
Wow.
Part of it is
And also
skill.
remember,
Yes.
let's keep in mind, Brady was a 6th-round draft pick.
you took it right from me.
He wasn't even a franchise guy.
You took it right from me. I was about to say that.
The 199th pick
Yeah.
of the 2000 draft,
Yeah, round 6.
round 6. He was a backup. He wasn't even slated to be a starter. He was a backup.
For one of the greats,
Wow.
mind you.
Drew Bledsoe. He was a backup to Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
Bledsoe got injured, and the rest was history.
exactly. Again, I'm not saying anything here to tarnish Tom Brady of his skills, but Who would
No.
he have been without a hell of a backup, a hell of a support, such as Bill Belichick?
Such as Belichick. Exactly. Correct.
You know, love Bill or hate him, at the end of the day, you know, that Patriots team, to me, now I'm not saying that.
Okay,
I'm not saying that they wouldn't
people
have
could-
gone anywhere, you know, without a Belichick, but would they have been as successful?
People have made the argument that of Belichick's coaching failures in Cleveland. Well,
Right,
Cleveland, everybody fails there. Okay, Cleveland is okay. They don't know what the hell they're doing over there in Cleveland. Bill Belichick is
What
a
the hell?
Bill Belichick is a disciple of Bill Parcells. They won a Super Bowl. He was Bill's defensive coordinator
Yes.
in New York with the Giants. They won a Super Bowl together. And all those coaches in Cleveland that Belichick had, they all went elsewhere and were successful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's true. Facts.
That's incredible.
No. So to me, to undo what Belichick was prepping this team up for, which was the future, that's a big slap in the face to your MVP.
It is, yeah, because again, look, Brady is 40 years old, about to be 41. You got to plan for the future.
Look, bro, he only has
You have to plan for the future.
he only has 2-3 years left if.
Tops. You have to plan for the future.
Of course. But what future do they
And
have now
Garoppolo-
without Jimmy G?
They didn't look. Bill didn't just trade away Billy G. He also traded Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Shoot. I forgot about Brissett. Who was another one? He had promise.
And you know who they have now? Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
Brady's bestie. You know why? You know why Brady loves having him around? Because Hoyer isn't a threat to his job.
Who Brian Hoyer again?
A journeyman.
How many teams has he been on, please?
God knows how many. I've lost count at this point. He's a journeyman. He was a terrible starting quarterback and a mediocre backup at best.
Yeah, if. Third string, if you ask me. But anyway. No.
Remember, he was the starter for the Texans in that playoff game
Yeah.
against the Chiefs.
Oh my.
What happened? Disaster.
You know, as Stephen A. Smith would say, he wet the bed.
That's right. That's right.
That's exactly what happened. No.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
No. Just no. Needless to say, look, I do see the Patriots at least making it to the playoffs. I do see them. I don't see them clinching division. And in terms of, and by division, I don't mean the AFCs. I just mean the AFC as a whole.
The conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the conference. You think the Steelers are going to overthrow them?
Yes.
Now, here's
Absolutely.
another reason. Here's a concern going into 2018. The Patriots this offseason lost their best offensive tackle, Nate Solo, to the Giants. You got a 41-year-old quarterback, and you lose your best offensive lineman.
So then, who do you got?
Danny Amendola left.
Exactly.
I believe
Who do you
he's
got?
he's in Tennessee.
Yes,
now,
yes,
if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
yes.
Along with Malcolm Butler, who was inexplicably benched for the entire Super
Oh,
Bowl.
I was gonna get
for
to
whatever
that.
reason.
I was gonna get to that. There was no reason for that.
Belichick claimed he was doing what he felt was
But
best
let me
for
ask
the
you-
team to win the game.
But let me ask you this. Given all this, and given what we've said about this whole, Bob,
Turmoil.
Bill, and Tom,
yeah.
do you think part of it has to do with maybe Belichick just doesn't give a damn anymore?
Yeah, he's
Do
just
you
kinda
think
fa-
do you
he's
think
like,
he
okay,
might
fine.
have done that to say, you know what, screw y'all,
Pretty much. I think so.
I'm gonna show y'all
think
what's
so.
up. I'm gonna do something that's
'Cause look-
uncharacteristic of me because, bro, on any other given day, Belichick wouldn't have done that.
Look, all of this time, Belichick... Because, again, Belichick wasn't just the head coach. He's the GM as well. So
Yeah.
all this time, he was making all the personnel decisions.
Yeah.
And then this one time, the owner says, no, we want you to get rid of Jimmy G. We want Tommy. We want to keep Tommy around.
The one time he
Get rid
actually
of Jimmy G.
decides to pop his head out and say something, when all this time he's
Bruh.
been hush. You know why? Because nobody, again, going back to what you said, he's looking to protect Tom Brady. But you're only going to be able to protect him for the next 2-3 years. Then what you going to do? What you going to do then? What are you going to do when Belichick ain't there anymore? What you going to do after Tom Brady's done?
is going to take his place. Yeah.
Por favor.
Josh McDaniels.
Por favor, please.
Look, Josh McDaniels is a coordinator for a reason. He was a failure as a head coach with the Broncos. That's why he went back to being a coordinator.
Please. Please. I need
And
a drink of
secondly,
water.
when the Colts had hired him for the head coaching job, and then he just at the last minute changed his mind
Belt.
after there was already a staff in place for him.
He said no. Please, bro.
Like, bruh, what kind of shady BS is that?
Take over real quick while I drink this water.
Yeah.
Wow.
So with all this turmoil that they try to, act like nothing's wrong, then they finally admit there is something wrong, and then all this crap. It caused concern for me this past year for the Patriots. I'm like, I don't know. And a lot of people said, oh, well, they've overcome adversity before. But I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but this is a little bit different. This is different turmoil. This is internal turmoil. This is not like out from outside forces.
It sounds like
Go
it's
ahead.
something that doesn't even need to happen.
You're absolutely right.
All this stuff, it just sounds like it's unnecessary drama that doesn't even need to be happening right now.
Yeah, well, you have too many egos in the way. This is what happens.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, bro. I think the one word you're forgetting to mention here is the politicking.
All that, yeah,
Yep.
that too. That's a
Yep.
big problem. Like
knew
Tom
there were
Brady
politics
is
in football?
way, way too close to the Kraft family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
And bro, we can't fail to look at this too. I mean, from a psychological standpoint, in terms of a team as a whole, when you look at the intricate portion of it and dig deep and when you think internally, how this could also affect the psyche and other players around Tom Brady, around the Crafts, because you're looking at the picture and you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, what the hell do we matter around here? Why don't we get treated like that?
Yeah,
Think about that.
like this is how close Brady is to Robert Kraft. Kraft sees him as his fifth son.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Kraft, Bob Kraft's son, and the president of the organization, sees him as his brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's how close they are.
I mean, that's fine. Ain't nobody saying, you can't be cool with people. But listen, bro, one thing is friends. Another thing is a working relationship.
Correct. And those
It
lines
sounds
have
like
been
he's
blurred
playing
now.
Favorites.
Obviously.
Yeah. Those lines have been blurred now. Robert Kraft essentially chose Tommy over the organization.
Absolute.
That's what he calls him. He calls him Tommy. Very, affectionately, Tommy.
Yeah. Like a daddy would do with his son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey. If he does something bad, do you think he says, Thomas!
Thomas!
You better get your ass over here, Thomas!
Yeah, right away.
How dare you don't eat those tomatoes, Thomas?
I don't like tomatoes.
Well, eat them!
I don't like them. I don't wanna.
I'll take you outside to play with Ricky if you do.
Okay.
Did you eat all of your tomatoes, Thomas?
Yes. Can I go play with Ricky now?
Go
Yes.
ahead, Tommy.
Yay!
Just be
Jesus.
back before 8. Aww.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Folks gotta learn how to separate the two. As Offspring once said, that's a band for those who don't know. They said, gotta keep them separated. You know what I mean? So, yeah. See, I bet y'all thought I ain't knew about that stuff, huh? See, that's right. I know.
You know, huh? You know.
I
You know.
know.
When you know, you know.
I know about things that you don't think I know. But you know what? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Sleep with one eye open.
I've been
Watch
everywhere.
yourself.
He's here.
What?
Here.
Yeah, man.
He's here.
Yeah, that's basically our thoughts on this whole Patriot
On the turmoil in New England. Yeah.
bull
Look,
crap.
they could sit here and pretend like there's nothing wrong, but yeah, it's all crumbling around them now.
And it's visible,
It's a shame too. It really is. It is.
It's a shame considering the dynasty, the empire, the legacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what they say about every single empire, right, bruh?
Eventually they fall.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
They
Every
fall.
empire falls. This one's on the verge of falling.
Yep. You know what else they say, right, bruh?
What?
Don't criticize the man.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Don't criticize the man.
Don't criticize the
Yeah.
man. Big shout out to you guys watching. Big shout out to you guys watching on the VOD later on. Big shout out to those who
Yep.
subscribed. Big shout out to everybody. We love y'all, man. Big hugs. And man, keep repping us for real.
And a shout out to those who have given their feedback. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you to those who have written us on Facebook. I don't
Yes,
know about
yes.
Twitter because I don't check that. So
And on
I'm honest. I'm honest. I'm honest.
And-
Listen. Austin
Yeah.
checks that.
Yeah.
Austin's the one who checks that. So, you know,
So we have somebody on it. Don't worry.
at least listen, folks. We cannot be blamed. All right, we cannot be blamed for something that because we're honest. We're honest. So you can't blame us for not being honest. We're not unhonest.
You're not unhonest.
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 Yeah.
That's a new word.
Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The hell's name? Yeah.
I don't think that goes with this beat. Oh, wait, maybe it does. Let's see.
No,
It-
no, it doesn't.
Let's
No,
just
no,
be
it doesn't.
honest. Let's just be real.
Felt like I was gonna listen to Patti LaBelle for a second. I'm like, what? That happened.
Oh, my Lord. So, what does everybody want? Oh, no answer? Nothing? No? That's
No,
What does
you
everybody
can't.
want?
That's what I want.
What?
what does everybody need?
Cabeza!
No, no, no,
Cabeza!
Cabeza!
punk. No, man. I was talking about, you know, a little love, you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. We all need love, man. That's all. We definitely need it. Yeah. Love. Yeah.
So, there are talks. Real disgusting, dark, putrid, nasty, foul, rotten talks
Of.
Of
of a Mayweather versus Phillip Brooks match. Why? Phil Brooks. Someone who, in terms of MMA, I could describe as a failure. I can describe as spiteful. I can describe as arrogant. I can describe as full of BS that not even he himself believes. Could I understand maybe why that would be Mayweather's first bout? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Phil Brooks is a loser. That's why. I legitimately believe that. When it comes to MMA, he's a loser.
Oh, but give him props, man, for trying.
No. No, I'm not giving
Yeah,
him.
no,
You know
we're
why
not-
I'm
we're
not
not
giving
gonna
him
give
props
him
for
props.
trying? Listen, I could give James Toney props for trying because at least he showed me that he legitimately wanted to give this a chance.
Yes, exactly. James Toney gave it a legitimate chance. He gave the sport the respect it deserved, and he gave it a legitimate chance. CM Punk didn't do any of that.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, another one, gave it a legitimate chance. Did
Not
pretty good,
CM
too.
Punk. Not CM Punk.
Not
CM
CM
Punk
Punk, no.
did this to stick it to the man, to Vince.
Yep.
Yeah, and it
He
blew,
did.
and it came to blow up in his
And
face.
it blew up in his face.
That's the only reason he did it.
And then
Listen,
he cried.
WWE is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. It will continue. It was successful before you, CM Punk, and it will remain successful without you.
It is successful without him. He's not there.
Yeah, they don't need CM Punk.
Hell no. Of course they don't. Look,
And what's the deal with Mayweather? With
hold on.
Why?
Hold on,
Why
hold
is
on.
this-
Before I get to that,
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
do I
Okay.
respect CM Punk in terms of what he did in wrestling, what he did for Ring of Honor, what he did in WWE? Yes. Yes. But we're talking wrestling. Outside of that, I got zero respect for him.
Likewise, as a fan of MMA, as a current fan of MMA, and a former fan of wrestling, I was highly offended by CM Punk stepping into the octagon. the way he did.
But you know what? Somebody would argue with you. They would say this.
Oh, but Brock Lesnar had an attitude, bruh.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar had a amateur background to speak of. CM Punk had
CM
none
Punk
to
didn't.
speak
Not
of.
only that, but Brock also wanted to compete.
That too. Yes.
Right. He didn't want to just show up and be like, hey, look at me, I did this.
Brock had the resume that warrant him at least a shot in the octagon.
You know, CM Punk walks with a big-ass label tattooed on his chest, and that label reads entitlement.
Nobody owes him nothing.
Self-righteous.
Yeah, that's another word, too.
Yep. Yep.
That's another word, too. Self-righteous. He walk around spewing all this hoopla.
All this what?
Hoopla.
Uh-huh.
About, if you want to follow something, blah, 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 blah. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. Oh, you've heard other people say it, and you've praised it. Of course, because it comes across as genuine and you being sincere. But I can't buy into somebody who says, oh, the second most proudest day, happiest day of my life was the night that I got my ass handed to me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, bruh? I think if it were me,
How disingenuous is that? Like, really?
I think if it were me,
I know.
and I trained my butt off, like he said he did, and if this is something that I really wanted to do, and at my first attempt I failed, I would be highly disappointed. You know who was disappointed? You know who was disappointed when they lost their first UFC bout? Brock.
Yes.
Was it genuine? Oh, he comes across as a sore
Yes.
loser. Was he genuine? The hell yes he was. And listen, I've had my gripes over some of the stuff that Brock has done, but you can't take away how
But
extraordinary
one
of
thing-
an athlete
one thing
he
about-
is. And the
the
fact that
thing
he's
about
a
Brock-
competitor.
The thing about Brock, too, we don't question his
His
feelings
motives.
towards something because
Yeah.
we know it's sincere. We know it's
Exactly.
genuine. When he was disappointed that he lost, sore loser, call it what you want, it was genuine. That's how he genuinely felt. He didn't pretend like he was happy because he, got a shot in the octagon. He was disappointed that he lost. He was angry that he lost.
Please, Phil Brook.
Unlike Phillip Brooks, who was
Please.
introduced as CM Punk.
Yeah, he ain't even dropped the CM Punk.
No.
No.
I mean, that's
No,
how.
the same
I mean,
thing and
I mean,
same theme
for
and
crying out loud. Okay, if you ain't want to drop it, that's fine. But you could have at least went in as Phil CM Punk Brook or something to that nature, something
Yes.
to that effect. Because there's a lot of MMA fighters who, I mean, the Spider, Rush,
Rush, yeah.
Iceman, Quicksand.
Bones.
Know what I'm saying?
Yep. Bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yep.
My quick swick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sugar.
Yep. Sugar Rashad Evans, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sukum Top. Oh. Oh wait, no, that's not his. That's his nickname.
Kunatskaya.
please get out of here with that, man. Holy No. Listen, if you don't want to drop CM Punk, that's fine. Ain't nobody asking you, drop it entirely, but work around it. Listen, bruh, you're in MMA now, in a legitimate sport. Oh, how dare I disrespect wrestling and I say I'm a fan. I'm not saying that wrestling ain't legit. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying now, people. Wrestling is legit. Hell, I've said it time and time and time again. Wrestling hurt a lot more than MMA. Wrestling takes a lot more. It's more demanding than MMA. When I say legit, I mean
Correct.
ain't no scripts you have to follow.
No.
That's what I mean. So don't misplace what I'm saying here now. Because I have respect for both mixed martial arts and for wrestling. And for other sports. Hell, listen, I've even gone on record to say that I even respect golf. I may not watch it. You know, I may make a little fun of it, you know, here and there, but it's never with the intent of hurting anybody who watches golf. No, because it's extraordinary what they do even. You try to shoot a ball into a cup, you know, 3, 4, 5, 600 yards away.
Yeah, because it takes concentration.
Come
for
on.
that.
The concentration and the precision that you would need to perfect in order to do this.
So no. But going back to this whole CM Punk ordeal. I know he's scheduled to fight in June. I could never remember
in
the
Chicago,
name
right?
of his
That's in
opponent for
Chicago.
crying out loud. Which is in his home, yeah. I believe June 25th is the slated date for that.
I believe you're right, yes. Sometime in June. I know that. Was it June? Wait, or is it the 15th, I believe? Is it the 15th?
Who knows?
Yeah, sometime in June is when it's supposed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. In his hometown. Now, will it be another happy, glorious, momentous occasion if he gets his ass whooped at home?
Again.
Yeah, again.
Is he gonna be saying that now too? You know, woo! Look at me! Yeah, I got my behind whooped in front of my own people.
Woo! Look at this bloody smile on my face. Yeah. Woo! Oh man, look at this. Man, look at this, man. I know my nose is a little twisted right now, but I am living large.
You have to do that, man. You have to really do that. You have to really do that. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I mean, the absurdity that he would think that we're supposed to believe that this was the second happiest day of his life and all this malarkey or this bull jive. Get out of here.
As for Mayweather, let me get to him real quick. I really, much so in my heart, want to believe that he's doing all this just as a nice little publicity stunt to get everybody talking.
Of course.
To stay relevant
I
in the
wanna believe that
picture.
too, yeah.
To stay relevant in the scheme of things. So that people will never forget the name of Maydust.
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 Listen, at this particular point in time, it doesn't take much for Mayweather to create a buzz. I mean,
No.
Hell
really
no.
doesn't.
Hell no.
the guy could fart on Instagram and people would, it'd be a trending topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Like Tiger Woods a couple of years back.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And he goes in for the swing. And all you heard was,
the wind is going to blow.
and all you heard was, oh.
It's upwind. It's upwind. Oh no, it's downwind. It's downwind.
Whoops.
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 That's good stuff. Yeah. I I want to believe that this is all a big publicity stunt. This whole thing about him training for MMA and fighting CM Punk and fighting McGregor. Oh, by the way, speaking of that idiotic clown.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You ready for this?
Here we go.
He wanna say, do you he wanna say that either Habib or Ferguson should step down because he's ready for either or.
What? They should
Really?
step down? Really?
Yep.
You know
Who
what?
does he think he is?
He said.
You know what? You know what?
Talking like
You know
that.
what?
You know what?
You know
Talking
what?
like that. Who does he think he is talking like that?
He said. Yep.
Man, please.
Listen, Tony Ferguson has been the most active lightweight in the division, kicking ass and taking names. Habib is still undefeated and is a beast in his own right. McGregor is a mouthpiece.
Yep,
Enough
that's
said.
all he is.
He's. Oh, he must be on that
two-
good stuff.
A 2-division belt holder. Belt kidnapper. That's what he is.
But that's all he did. He just held the belts. He didn't even.
He held 2 weight classes
Defend them.
hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
didn't even
hey,
defend them.
hey! Somebody once said, "Defend or vacate, punk."
Yeah.
Yep.
Tony Ferguson made his statement loud and clear to the notorious trash talker McGregor. Defend or vacate, mofo.
Thank you,
Yep. Thank you.
thank you.
Not fight in the octagon, not at a
now-
freaking Irish pub.
Now that
Idiot.
now that this fight is ready to go in a week.
April 21st.
They
tuned.
they moved.
Nah. That's April 21st.
I thought it was slated for this coming week.
Is it? Wait, no. No.
I could have sworn there was an event WrestleMania weekend.
I think it's a fight night event.
Nah, dude, I could have sworn. I could have sworn it was this weekend. I mean, not this weekend, but this coming weekend after Easter.
Next weekend.
No, it's the 21st. Or is it the 14th, I think? Is it the 14th?
Somebody gonna have to check that.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to y'all on that one.
I think I heard on Fightful now.
But I know it's at the next pay
Now,
per view.
now, Sean, hear me out, brother. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think I did hear you say on Fightful that there was an MMA event on Saturday, which I believe is this fight
Saturday the
right here.
7th?
Yeah. Because I also recall on a podcast us talking about it. We were talking about, it's crazy how on the same weekend of WrestleMania they're gonna hold an MMA event, a UFC event in this regard.
Who was on that card? I think that was a fight night though. That wasn't this UFC 223.
I'll check.
It might have been
I'll
a
check.
fight night event. Yeah.
I'll check with
Yeah.
Fightful and them guys. I'll
Yeah.
listen to their podcast. So if I've misunderstood, my bad, guys. So
But yeah, UFC 223, Khabib versus Ferguson. It's going down for the belt.
yeah, but now this guy, this clown over here want to say, oh, one of them two got to step down because I'm ready for them. Yeah, now you're ready for them.
Oh, really?
Now
Really?
you're ready for them.
Yeah. Now you're ready.
Now you're
Really?
ready for them.
Really?
Please, bruh. Give me a break.
If you were really ready for them, you wouldn't be fighting people at Irish Bar. You'd be training for one of those guys. If you were really ready for them, you wouldn't be jumping into other companies' events and fighting referees.
Exactly. Yep.
And making an ass out of yourself and of the UFC.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask me, USC is way better without Conor McGregor around because, I think with Conor around, he was really injecting that whole entire company with WWE syndrome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Connor was a cancer in that roster.
Hell yeah. Big time. Big time.
Now he wants to say one of those guys should step down because he's ready for him. Really?
Yeah.
Bruh, you ain't the champ, man. You a 2-division belt napper.
Yep.
Ain't even worthy of being called a champ. A champ is somebody that
No.
defends afterwards and stays on top for a significant amount of time. Like Ronda Rousey, which we'll get to her in a few minutes. Like George St. Pierre.
Like all
Like
the other
Anderson
greats.
Silva.
Like
Like
GSP,
John
Silva,
Jones.
Jones. Anna
Alright.
Barral. Jose Aldo.
Like
Demetrius
Demetrius
Johnson.
Johnson. So let's go.
Let's do it, yeah.
Let's go. Who
Yeah.
gonna argue that? Who gonna argue that? Huh? Who gonna argue that? Huh? Who gonna argue that? Put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up.
I left hook you to death.
Put him up.
I left hook you to
Put him up.
Don't you call me Pop.
You want to come outside and say that?
You want to say that to my face?
Oh, that's good. Ronda Rousey. Now, before I get to the story here, now, I want to ask you, Crystal. If I were to ask you, can you assess Ronda Rousey's performance thus far? How would you rate her and why?
An 8 out of 10. The reason why I say an 8 out of 10 is only because it sounds to me, now maybe it's just, maybe she's nervous, maybe whatever, but it sounds to me like sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, she's reading from a script.
I really don't
But
think
that's
she
it.
is.
But like I said, that's just my opinion, and it's sometimes. It's not, I don't say that all the time. But as far as her, her in-ring performance, I think it's great.
Well, can't say that much either. She hasn't even fought a full
No.
match.
But I can't wait till she does fight a full match. I mean, I hope that it's going to be amazing just because of the way that they're building her.
All right, so let's go back to that promo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, could you elaborate more on what you've liked or disliked in terms of her promo work?
Sure. I like what I do like is how much time they allow her. It's not too much and it's not too little. It's just right. I like that she promotes her own commercial as she did, which I think is really cool. The reason why I say that it sounds to me like she was reading from a script was just from last week. I'm trying to think of what it was she said. I have to go back and listen to the promo again. But there was a sentence 2 or 3 where I felt like, oh, you're reading from a script. But then, as she got into it, I felt like, oh my gosh, she's actually really emotional about this. The first 2 or 3 sentences of her promo, I think, sounded like she was reading from a script. But like I said, once she got into it, I was like, wow, I can't wait to see what happens.
All right. So, here's the thing. And the reason I ask this is because in some weird way, well, before I drop that statement, let's look at people like Steve Austin, The Rock. Let's look at people like Shawn Michaels. Let's look at what other name could I drop at you? There's one more I wanted to drop. All right, let's look at John Cena even. Okay. Okay. Braun Strowman. All these individuals have charisma. All of these individuals, yeah, they embodied a character. But that character was also an extension of who they are. You know. The Rock, as soft-spoken as he is, when he's not in the square circle or cutting a promo, he's still regarded as somebody who's very down to earth, very respectful, very funny. Steve Austin, if you listen to his podcast, he talks the same way in real life that he does when he cuts a promo.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels, he's a real funny guy. Even though there's stories that conflict that, but when Shawn Michaels is goofy, that's who he is. John Cena.
I saw his outdoors show, and it was actually really funny. I loved it.
John Cena. Awesome, by the way. John Cena. He is who he says he is. As cheesy and as cartoony as we depict him, when he talks about them children and making them smile, when he talks about, for instance, if you look at that one video where he talks about what America should be, he's being for real, folks.
Yep.
All right? That ain't no gimmick. It is, but it ain't. So, what I'm getting at, Ronda Rousey. Now, I think this is where, Ness, you can understand what I'm saying here. When Ronda Rousey, when back in her UFC days, when media, when she would show up to the pressers and all that, her demeanor was, yeah, I'm gonna go out there to the ring and blah 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 blah.
Well, before you go any further, I want to clarify. Yeah, that is April 7th, UFC 223, April 7th.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Proceed.
Yeah. So, within her promo, in some ways, I understand, having the demeanor of, I'm gonna break your arm. I'm gonna break your arm. Stephanie, I'm gonna break your arm. I get that. But we have to consider the fact that this is sports entertainment. What it really needs is, I'm going to break your arm.
Yep.
I'm going to break, or I'm going to break your damn arm.
Yeah. It needs energy.
So where am I going with all this? Yeah, I'll be able to tie this together. Don't worry. So, this past Monday, Ronda Rousey was on 2 shows. Why is ESPN still covering her? I don't know. But that's besides what I want to cover here. She was asked on 2 different occasions. Obviously, the questions were worded differently because they were 2 different peoples who asked her this. She was asked, would she consider going back to MMA at any point in her life? Which she snubbed that question. And during another instant, she was asked, would you consider going back in time? Now, for anyone listening out there, if there was a profession that you were involved with, and let's say for whatever reason, maybe you opted out, maybe you burned that bridge, maybe you didn't want to deal with said profession anymore, or maybe you're just taking a hiatus from it. If you're asked, would you go back in time, you would understand what the interviewer was alluding to, right? You would understand that they're talking, that what they're asking you is, would you go back to said profession? Of which Ronda Rousey's response was, You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
She basically, this is unbelievable, folks. I mean, even a 7-8-year-old could understand the question. She proceeded to troll this person. All right. And basically saying that, you know, it's basically not, she's not able, she doesn't have the ability to do that.
Okay.
To paraphrase it. She's not asking you about time trial, miss. You ain't have to be an ass about it.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
She's
took the
been
words
she's
right
been
out of my mouth.
She has been snubbing this question from the very beginning. No
Since
matter who
before
has asked her this,
WWE,
she's been
folks.
snubbing.
Wow, so
She's been
people
snubbing
have been
this
asking
question.
her this question before? It wasn't the first time then.
No, this was not the first time she was asked about returning to the octagon or returning back to MMA.
Wow.
This was not the first time. You know, the first time she was asked in another interview, I don't. It was a podcast of some sort. I don't remember which one offhand. She was asked if she was retired from MMA. She snubbed the question. She didn't want it. She just snubbed the question, totally dismissed it, didn't want to answer it. Which, fine. You don't want to answer that, fine. Just say
Don't be an
so.
ass about
Don't
it, though.
dismiss-
Just
you don't have to
respectfully
dismiss
say,
it.
I'm uncomfortable talking about this right now. I'll answer
Yeah.
that question when I'm ready.
Yes.
If you say that you'll answer the question when you are ready to do so,
That's fine.
all right.
It's perfectly
That's
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
We understand
Nothing wrong
that.
with that at all.
When I am ready. Which brings me to this. If you're WWE, two things. If you're employed by WWE, and you know it's WrestleMania season, do you want your company, in spite of it being ESPN, Fox, Today Show, Tonight Show, whatever other day, night show, do you want someone with that type of a demeanor representing you? Let's not forget, folks, independently of what you want to think about WWE, independently of how much you want to trash it, let's not forget that they do a lot of work with children.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that they They travel, they visit schools, they visit hospitals. They grant wishes. They give tickets away to children so they could enjoy watching their favorite wrestler in the ring. And let's not also forget that Ronda Rousey is a face. And I don't mean so much in terms of her being either a heel or a face. I don't mean in character. She's a face.
Yep.
That represents that company, that represents the women's division. But like noted, that represents that company as a whole.
Not only that, Ronda Rousey has become a role model for young girls.
Uh-huh.
They have watched what she did in MMA, and they've looked up to her. They've been inspired by her to either follow a similar path or whatever path they want to follow.
Right.
She's a role model for young girls.
But here's my question then. Does she, based on what we've seen so far, does she even care about that?
Again, this is why I began this whole topic talking about her promo work, because it seems to me that her promo work very much embodies who she is in real life. Which, again, nothing wrong with that. And this is where I go back to those characters that I mentioned earlier. Like I said...
Yeah, The Rock, Steve Austin.
Like I said...
John Cena. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
That's very much who they are, but with a little umph added to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As I said, as I noted, an extension of their character.
Yes.
Which is what Rousey, if she wants to succeed here, she has to create an extension of her badass character.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
But also she has to learn that when you're in the public eye, especially when you're in this business, you can't go around trolling people. You can't go around acting like an ass, being dismissive.
Especially if they're asking you a legitimate question. Like they're asking, these are legitimate questions being asked. It's not like, anything out of bounds. This is legitimate. And she knows that she's going to get this question. She knows.
Yeah. And that also makes me think of, what if Make-A-Wish Foundation calls her up and says, hey, we have this kid, and this kid is really sick and is in this hospital and wants to meet you. And this kid starts asking her questions. What is she going to do? Snub the questions? It's a kid. It's a child.
Well, what if the child proceeds to ask her, what do you like better, WWE or mixed martial arts? Because children aren't stupid people.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm
not.
saying.
No.
What is she going to do?
Yeah.
Snub them off?
As much as we like to think
knows,
and dismiss how
question.
intelligent children are, they're very intelligent.
Correct. They are.
Extremely
stupid.
intelligent. Very intelligent.
They're very intelligent. They're very inquisitive.
And they're curious.
They're very curious.
All the time.
Not,
they just have a simpler way of looking at things sometimes.
They do. And I wish we as adults had that same simplified mentality as well.
Yeah. And I think that we can. But that's another
we
topic.
just need to get out of our own way.
I
That's
think-
a whole other topic for a whole other podcast.
I think my other concern here is what happens when WWE starts jabbing hard body at her when they throw the fact that she's gotten her butt whooped twice in MMA.
This brings me to reminds me of something about, we really got to see Ronda Rousey on display during the Ultimate Fighter.
Could you recap that? Because to be honest, I don't remember much of that, bruh.
Ronda Rousey and Misha Tate were coaches of the Ultimate Fighter. I don't remember the number of season it was, but they coached. I believe that was the first season with women in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Kat Zingano was supposed to be the coach. Was supposed to be the coach for that season, but she got injured, so
Wasn't
Misha
it
Tate
like
took
15,
her place.
16 or something like that?
Something along those lines. I don't remember. But Ronda Rousey was just obnoxious. She was a bully. You know, the rivalry with Misha Tate was well documented, and Ronda Rousey made an effort to be confrontational with her every chance she got.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is very,
Now,
very true.
The wannabe psychologist in me goes, why? What happened to you? That makes you feel like you have to be this bully.
Well, that brings me back.
It gets better. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Gets better. Here
go
we
ahead,
go.
Ness.
Here we go. When it was all said and done, came to the match, the fight itself at the end.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
an
yeah.
awesome, incredible fight.
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the fight, Misha Tate was trying to extend her hand in respect to shake her hand. Ronda Rousey just walked away like, screw you.
Now, with that said, have there been rivalries that we've watched in which fighters, they're at each other's throats? Of course. Cormier and John Jones. Now, independently of the rut that John Jones finds himself in, at the end of the day, after that last fight, you know what they both did? They showed respect to each other.
Yeah, they did.
After
Even though
all
they
the
both
BS, they
hated each
both
other.
showed respect to each other.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah, they had a rivalry, but they also had a mutual respect for one another.
John Jones went out of his
Exactly.
way and said that DC was, a hell of a man. He embraced
Right.
DC not as a fighter, but as a man.
But as a man. Yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah.
This takes me back.
By the way, the winner of that particular series was a Team Misha Tate member, Juliana Pena. Hello.
This brings me back to a couple of weeks ago, and this is something that I've discussed with Ness. Ronda Rousey said in one of her promos, "Oh, I'm used to working with bullies. I'm used to working for bullies." Obviously, that was a direct shot at Dana White and whoever else
Yes.
runs that conglomerate.
Right.
The bully calling out the bully, huh?
Basically. Yep.
Which brings me to the next question. Why? Why so much disdain towards MMA? In particular, the UFC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This might have to do with the fact that they had her fight Amanda Nunes. She felt like she had to do that fight,
That's right.
and clearly she was not ready. I mean,
No.
from the stare down at the weigh-ins of the two events prior,
And that breakdown.
she broke down and walked off the stage. She wasn't ready. Mentally, she wasn't ready. Physically, she wasn't ready. She
No.
was like a deer caught in headlights.
Uh-huh.
You think it's all the pressure? I mean, because
Absolutely.
it's got to be a lot of pressure for her because she's expected, oh, you're Ronda Rousey. You're supposed to be this great fighter. But, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about celebrities, and this brings me to my point. My point is that you never know what somebody is going through personally. Because, like I said, it's got to be a lot of pressure to be her. And people can cave under that.
But I go back to this, though. Okay, that's the fight game. She's now in sports entertainment.
It's a whole different animal.
The question I propose to you guys is, and it might be too early to judge here, but just playing off of what we have in front of us and playing off of what's happened this week, is she ready for WWE?
It doesn't look like it.
I honestly don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
Physically, can she meet all the requirements? Of course.
Yeah, that's not a question. The question is, can she meet the requirements mentally up here?
Because this is a whole different animal.
This is more demanding.
So,
A lot more.
here's my question. If
Yeah.
she's not ready for WWE, then why put that extra pressure on herself?
Well, in all fairness to her, this is something that she's always wanted to do. That I can give her all day. Because she's
Yes.
been talking about going to WWE for the last 3.5 years. Even 4, maybe.
Now that brings me to this question: Is the timing to go to WWE right now? Was that the right time?
I think she should have
Coming
cleared
off of
out. I think she should have cleared out all the
devastating
cobwebs.
losses. Yeah, she's coming off of 2 devastating losses in MMA. Her psyche was still shattered. She hadn't fully recovered from that yet. I don't think she should have just jumped into this right away.
And it's probably still shattered.
Yeah. I mean, after the
Because you
Holly Holm
can't-
fight, she talked about, being suicidal.
Suicidal.
I thought to
You
myself,
can't
oh,
just come
shoot.
back from that. You know,
whoa.
you can't just bounce back from something like that. Because it takes time for your
It really
brain,
does.
all
It
the
does.
imbalances and chemical stuff and all that. Because you have to process. And then you have to heal. Now,
Exactly.
maybe she thinks, oh, if I go back to work, maybe that'll help me heal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what she's thinking. I don't know.
I mean, could that help her? Yeah, but not if you don't acknowledge what the issue is.
Maybe
She needs to
doesn't want
release
to.
that. She needs to release that, and she needs to be honest, not with us, but with herself.
With herself.
Yeah.
Or maybe because there are people who are scared of their past.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. I get
Maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's scared. I don't know. I'm not her.
It's a possibility. I mean, she just doesn't want to. I don't know. Scared is maybe the right word for it.
Or
Maybe
maybe
she
she just doesn't. She just doesn't want to face it.
she just doesn't want to talk about those times. Anymore.
Yeah. Or maybe she thinks like, oh, it happened. It's happened. I'm gonna be okay.
Who knows?
Perhaps she hasn't fully acknowledged.
Who
We don't know,
knows?
but she has to deal with whatever it is that she's going through.
But you know,
Yeah. I was just thinking about her psyche.
but again,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, like noted previously, WWE can do without anybody. But at the same
Yes.
time, when you flip the coin, in examining Ronda Rousey's demeanor and the way she approaches certain people and or questions, can WWE afford for her to continuously present herself and represent the company in this fashion?
I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is because WWE needs representation, and these WWE wrestlers aren't just wrestlers, they're role models.
Yeah,
for
they
kids
are.
and
Like,
for adults.
Kids look up
Because
to
we
these
need
these
people to
wrestlers.
look up to too.
Uh-huh.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean that we don't need role models.
No,
We
we
all
got it
do.
all figured out. Okay, we've got it all figured out. We don't need role models. Okay?
Pal,
We look in the mirror.
that
Boom,
out.
we're our models. Yeah,
My role model is me.
that's right. That's right. My role model is me.
There- no, but I mean, but we all need people like Cena to give us that positivity. I mean, like the guy or not like the guy. Every time he steps into the ring and makes a promo, I don't know about you guys, but I actually feel pumped up. Like, oh, you know what? If he could do that, then why can't I do whatever?
Well, I haven't watched John Cena promo in years. So.
I mean, or Shawn Michaels.
But I get what you mean, yeah.
Or Flair even. Different people like that.
Yeah.
So, do they want somebody like her to represent WWE? If that were my company, I wouldn't want that.
And obviously, Ronda Rousey still has things to learn. And, I mean, she still needs to, learn the ropes here in WWE. So, I think it's only fair that as much criticism as we're giving her, to also give her time.
Yes.
However,
Right,
we
because
also
she's
must
still,
understand
she's
we
still
could
new
but
here.
only give her so much time.
So much time.
Yeah, she's still new here, so hopefully she learns from this and gets better from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Can I dismiss the fact that, or should I dismiss the fact that she's happy here? Absolutely not.
No.
Because I can
No,
with
because
all
she feels
certainty
like she-
say that this is something that she's wanted to do. I can definitely tell. You know what gives it away?
Yes.
How nervous she was when she cut that first promo. If that doesn't tell you I'm freaking excited to be here, that I don't know how to contain it, I don't know how to hide the fact that I'm nervous, then I don't know what does.
Control and I think I like it. Oh.
Yes. That don't speak to you. If that doesn't recite I want to be here, then I don't know what does.
Yeah.
Right.
So, on that note, big up to Ronda Rousey.
Absolutely.
But on another note, don't be an ass.
No.
Yeah. Hopefully she can grow from this and, get better from it. Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
We'll just have to see, yes.
But I'm rooting for her.
I am too. I mean, she put women's MMA on the map. That's the mark she left in this sport, and nobody can take that from her. That's awesome. That's her legacy.
I mean, as a woman, I'm rooting for her.
Yeah, I mean, look at what she's done in a predominantly male sport.
Yeah. I mean, if she could do that,
Paving the way for the women we were now watching, the Kunitskayas of the world.
I mean, if she can
Yeah.
do that, then in 3 years, I can ask Moses to step down, and I will be boss of ENT hooligans. I'm kidding.
It don't work like that.
Hey, she's planning a takeover. She's plotting.
I'm really not.
It doesn't work that
No,
way.
I'm really not.
We'll have to investigate this on the crime syndicate.
On the. Nice plug.
Yeah.
Which is Mondays. Tune into that.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, folks. Also, stay tuned for one MBPS on Mondays
One
as well.
MBPS,
Yep.
which is awesome, by the way. I loves it. So stay
With
tuned
that
for
said,
that.
folks, we'll definitely
Hold on.
be seeing you tomorrow.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm in beast mode.
I must address Jason Whitlock's latest
Yes,
comments.
yes. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy.
Who's Jason
Speak for
Whitlock?
yourselves, Jason Whitlock. Next!
Okay.
You know.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He's a polarizing figure in the media, obviously, So, Johnny Manziel has made the rounds at all these different pro days and what have you. And he made a statement that I found to be utterly absurd on Tuesday, when he said that Colin Kaepernick could learn from Johnny Manziel in going to these pro days to get his job back. The reason that's absurd is because, well, number one, Johnny Manziel lost his job, whereas Kaepernick was blackballed. There's a difference.
But bro,
Johnny Manziel lost his job
bro,
due to his lack of production and, of course, his off-the-field troubles.
bro. But independently of that, bro, could you really sit there and compare stats?
No, not even remotely close. No, of course not. Like I said, lack of production. He was a distraction in Cleveland. Lack of production and off-the-field troubles, domestic violence, substance abuse, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
That cost. So because of that, he lost his job. So he's desperate to get it back. So he's doing pro days over here, pro days over there, doing interviews saying that he's a changed man, yada yada yada, etc., etc. You know what? I hope he really is changing. I really do. This is big because in his case, this is bigger than football. This is about his life going forward. I hope he does get his life together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you considered what he struggles with,
Yes. Now he discovered that he has bipolar disorder, and so now he's getting that treated. So I really hope he gets it all back together.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit here and say that Colin Kaepernick
no.
should learn from Johnny Manziel. Well, first of all, Colin Kaepernick was blackballed. He didn't lose his job. He was blackballed. He had no off the field troubles.
Mm-mm.
What he did wasn't illegal.
Mm-mm.
But yet he can't even get a workout. He can't even get a chance to compete for a roster spot. Not one chance.
All because he stood up for what he believed in.
Exactly.
You know how many people were at this pro day over in San Diego for Johnny Manziel? There were scouts from 13 teams there.
I know.
And don't give me this crap that they were there to see the late round draft picks that he was throwing to. No.
Again, to sit there.
Kaepernick had a workout in Houston, and not one scout was there.
And to sit there and to compare, just no.
By the way, props to Johnny Manziel for speaking out about this particular comparison.
Mm-hmm.
As he put out a tweet regarding this, acknowledging that what Cap did was very admirable, and that he should be on a roster. This is the quarterback who led a team to the Super Bowl 5.5 years ago.
Mind you, almost won.
Almost won. Yeah. Almost won it.
Wow.
But now he can't even get a legitimate chance to compete.
That's just sad.
Almost
What
won.
does that
Because-
say to people?
Almost won. And if memory serves me correct, hold that thought, Crystal. If memory serves me correct, wasn't it his first year with the Niners?
Yeah, he was a backup for Alex. No, it was his second. He was a
Second?
backup for Alex Smith. Alex Smith got hurt, and then Cap took over.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So what's up?
I mean,
Are we really going to sit here and... Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead, Crystal.
it goes back to,
Yeah.
for the little people like us, so what's that say for us? Are we going to get fired from our jobs because we stood up for what we believed in?
You're fired.
See what I'm saying? See, See, I stood up for what I believed in. Wait.
Your services here will no longer be needed.
But I didn't even do nothing.
You said he was going to take over in about a couple years. I believe that was 3 years.
Oh, yeah. But I was
How
just
dare you.
kidding. I didn't mean it.
I didn't.
Ain't you read the fine print in the bottom? Ain't nobody jokes about that in front of me.
I'm only kidding.
Nah. I didn't see no fine print at the bottom.
But this was an absurd statement. I mean, he couldn't have been more wrong about this at all.
You know, Jason Whitlock, he gets on my nerves. But with that, you let me explain to you what happened here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I heard him utter that out, bro. You want to know? I didn't even stick around to hear the rest. I really didn't. I was like, nah.
You know, a year
ago,
I wouldn't have stuck around to hear the rest either.
Just no.
But when I heard that the other day, I said to myself, I have to hear this. This is so absurd. I have to hear this.
I couldn't.
Please enlighten me.
I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. I that's all I needed to hear. I'm like, bro, are you really gonna sit there and tell me? Nah, man. Two situations are different, bruh.
Very
You know,
much so.
one situation is personal. A man dealing with his demons. Another situation is a man who got cut just because he stood and believes what he believes in.
Yeah,
You can't
Those are two
compare
different
that.
situations, bruh.
very much so.
You're talking about somebody who's a champion versus somebody who's a chump. That's what you're comparing, bruh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You're talking about somebody who, okay, fine, he has collegiate credentials, but what after that? And I hope
Nothing
and I
else
pray
after
the
that
best
to
for
speak
him.
of.
I pray the
Yes.
best for Johnny Manziel, of course. But to sit there and compare them two is absurd, bruh. True. How could you do that, man? How could you say something like that? I mean, okay, you're free to think and
Let's
say
put-
whatever
here,
you want.
here, let's-
Ain't nobody taking that
let's
right
put
away
this-
from you, man. But
Yo,
are you
let's put this
really
in
gonna do that, bro?
Let's really put this in perspective here. Johnny Manziel was cut by the worst team in the league, the laughingstock of the league, the Cleveland dysfunctional Browns. This is a team that Johnny Manziel lost his job from.
And if that don't tell you something, brother, I don't know. Sister, I don't know what does.
Kaepernick already had a contentious relationship with the front office at the 49ers before this happened. So he was going to leave San Fran anyway before any of this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no way on God's green earth you can sit here and say that Manziel deserves a chance over Kaepernick. No, not at all. Manziel has proven to be unreliable. Kaepernick
Time
is
and
not.
time again. Time and time again. You know, he's proven to me two things, bro. Number one, he's trouble. Number two, he was all hype.
He was. He didn't live up to it. And he didn't live up to the hype, is the sad part.
Oh, but collegiate
And it's
credentials,
not because-
I could care less.
He didn't live up to the hype. And it's not because he didn't have the capability of doing it. He just didn't have the passion to do it. I mean, this is a guy who comes from an affluent neighborhood. He comes from money. You know what I'm saying?
But bruh,
He's a spoiled rich kid.
but bruh, you don't sit there and compare one situation to another. You don't sit there and
No.
compare
You
this
can't.
stat to that stat. You don't sit there and compare hot with cold night and day. You don't do that,
So
man.
what? So why should Kaepernick have to bow down for a chance to compete?
I'm
when
sorry,
he
no.
didn't actually lose his job to begin
No.
with. He was blackballed.
No.
He was blackballed by these bigoted owners.
Just no.
They could all say that they didn't collude against him to keep him out the league all they
Please,
want.
Please,
But they
man.
did. They
Please,
did.
man. Give me a break.
And collusion doesn't just mean they all just had a conference and said, "Hey, leave him out."
Mm-hmm.
They all were it was a subtle collusion. Nobody would give him a chance. Nobody.
Wow.
Okay, the Seahawks brought him in for a song and dance for dog and pony show. The Ravens brought him in for a dog and pony show, but
it was all
really
just
legitimate.
It was just us. It was just an attempt for us to shut the hell up, so that nobody
Epic
accuses
fail.
them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't want to hear it.
Sad.
I really don't
no, I
want
don't
to
want to
hear
hear
it.
that crap either. No.
Please. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you? Yeah.
And please spare me with the Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow comparisons. Spare me. Spare me with that.
Listen, that's another one.
Tim Tebow. What?
That's
You know
another
what? I don't
comparison
wanna know.
that's made the cut.
I don't want to know.
That's another one.
No.
After Tebow was let go by the Broncos, he was on 3 more teams after that. Not 1, not 2, but 3 other teams. So he got 3 other chances to compete.
Yeah, exactly.
He just didn't have the skill set to stay in the league. Okay, that's all it was. He wasn't skilled enough to stay in the league. He wasn't
Yeah.
productive enough to stay in the league. That's what it was. He wasn't blackballed for his beliefs.
No.
I was
He
wondering
just didn't have the
why.
skill set.
Because I didn't know the whole story. So that's all it was.
Tebow can't throw. Tebow's not a
Can't throw.
quarterback.
No. That's all it
Tebow's
was.
not a quarterback. Tebow can't throw. Tebow ain't no quarterback. Tebow can't throw. He can't eat this Big Mac. Tebow can't throw. Tebow ain't a quarterback. Tebow can't throw. He throwing the football back.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to SoundCloud. Tebow can't.
That's right. Tebow can't throw. Not throw. Throw.
No, though.
Tebow
that's how bad he
can't
was.
throw. Yeah.
By Baby Moy.
Oh my lord.
That's right. Check him out, y'all.
Yeah,
SoundCloud.com
check them out.
/
SoundCloud.com/
BABYMOY.
That's right, baby. That's right. And bro, while you at it, why don't you give them your SoundCloud?
Oh, and you can also check me out on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com / NESTORTORRES3.
There you go, folks.
3.
So check us out, man. Be entertained. Learn something. Woo!
Yep.
And I don't have a SoundCloud.
Underground is where it's at, y'all. That's where it's at.
That's
Underground
right.
is where it's at.
But you guys could check me out on Crime Syndicate.
That's
That's
right.
right.
On Mondays,
That's every Monday.
folks.
Mondays.
Coming to you
Mondays.
live,
Crime
baby.
Syndicate.
Live.
Live, baby, live.
And very soon, once I can get my, head out the book that I'm reading and the series that I'm reading, stay tuned for book reviews by me.
Right on.
That's right, folks.
Right on, right on.
And the first book I'm going to review for you guys, because I review books too, I'm going to review a little Facebook for y'all if y'all want. So,
Woo! The book that never ends, Facebook.
that's right, baby. Every day is a new chapter on the FB.
Hey. And I'm going to review the Book of Eli Manning.
There you go. There you
Manning.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo,
Yo, speaking
I'm
of
a
Eli.
review up on that Facebook. Yeah, I'm a review, so don't be no crook. Yeah, dog, you know that I really should. And if I don't, then why you tell me that I could? Yeah, you know I review Facebook. Yeah, you know that you ain't a crook. Yeah, why I review it if I could? Yeah.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, look out for the cousin of Yin Yang twins. Yeah.
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 Oh my lord.
It's D-Rock instead of D-Rock.
Oh man, good times.
Debo. D-Bro. Yeah. Not that
D-Bro. There you
Yo,
go.
but people,
D-Bro.
we gonna be back tomorrow. Talk about something a little bit controversial. So please watch us though. It's gonna be very informative. It's gonna be one of those. If y'all want to learn something, then listen to us because there ain't no other place to be except for with the ENT Hooligans crew, baby.
Woo! That's right, y'all.
Woo!
With that
Enjoy
said,
the rest
folks,
of y'all day, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
God bless
Be
y'all.
safe.
Remember,
Peace.
folks, keep God first in everything you do. See ya.